We are the Boy Scouts.
We are the National Association of Letter Carriers.
We are dedicated volunteers.
We are the South Plains Food Bank Farm Team.
We are missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I'm a 5th grader. We help to build a better community.
We do this because we think we can make a difference.
And the reason we do this is because we believe in helping others.
We are planting seeds for a better future.
We believe in feeding the hungry.
I believe that everyone should have a full tummy. Together we can end hunger.
I'm Susan Rains Lissy. I'm the Child Nutrition Programs Director at the South Plains Food Bank. Being able to provide meals to children that might not otherwise have meals is very rewarding. As a child, I experienced hunger. I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. It's very detrimental to a child's well-being. When I was 12, my mother and I fell upon hard times. We were living in a housing project in Houston. And one day, in a time of great need, someone anonymously left a box of food on our front doorstep. At the time, that was extremely satisfying. It wasn't much longer after that box of food showed up on our doorstep that I was actually taken away from my mom and put in foster care. Thankfully, I had a guardian angel, a teacher of mine, that helped me remain strong and offered her home. It was a couple years after that I actually got to see my mom again. And that's the picture that you see. We never got to have a normal mother-daughter relationship again, because 29 years ago, she passed away. Yes, she skipped meals when we were together. And yes, she did not have food when we were apart. And that led to malnutrition and ultimately her demise. Being a part of the food bank, although emotionally difficult, it allows me to share her legacy.
My name is Charles Gunty, and I receive food from the South Plains Food Bank. I was raised and born here. My mother had 13 kids. I am the 10th child. So I had 3 kids. I raised them on my own. And it was very hard because being a single parent, one thing is having the strength to get up each day to go to work to provide for them. So at the time, I didn't know about the food bank. And I wish I had then for my kids, because sometimes I went without food. Sometimes my kids would too. Might have to eat once a day, and the best meal would be at school. In 1987, I hurt myself at my job. And it turned out to be, it took about 2 to 3 years before they found out that I had lupus. And during that course of time, it was hard for me to work, hard for me to cook for my own kids. And I put a lot on my oldest son, and it affected him a lot. But what's affected me mostly was mentally, was the fact that when the doctor told me, he just said, "I'm sorry, you have lupus and this will kill you." And the only thing that came to me was my 3 kids. Who's gonna take care of my 3 kids? It's a hard situation, especially being on 30 medications at a time and knowing and trying to figure out, do I take away the medication? Do I not eat today so that they can eat? My most important thing is that they have, not me. The food bank have really given me enough to where I can put a meal on my table. I can have meal in my cabinet. I can have meal in my refrigerator. I don't have to worry about food anymore. I don't have to take away from the things I really need, like my medicines, making sure I have a roof over my head, my utilities. So South Plains Food Bank has given me strength and understanding, and that I can get help from them, and they are here for me and everyone.
My title here at Cavazos Middle School is Home Liaison. I serve as a middleman between the home and the school. It wasn't like when I just started that I knew. I was new to the area, to Cavazos Middle School, and to the type of demographics as well. It started off with that the school offered, counselors rather, would offer crackers to kiddos in the event that they were late to school and missed breakfast, or they would actually come to the office and say, you know, we don't have anything to eat. I didn't have breakfast. It became a little more often, and it was just crackers and crackers. And crackers are great, but and then I'm like, okay, well, what if we offer them, I don't know, gummy bears, maybe a juice to go with the crackers, or a bottle of water. Then it went from that to more kiddos were requesting a cracker and a bottle of water. I remember asking the principal if maybe we could buy more crackers and more water, and maybe just hand them out to the kiddos. I remember he said, telling me, you know what, Ms. Fuentes, you can do whatever you want, but we have no funds. And I'm like, okay. So I went home, thought about it, prayed about it. So I started with that. I asked him, what if I asked for donation? He goes, again, do whatever you want. I even took a second job to try to buy stuff on my own, for these kiddos. So that's how it started. But then it was like, okay, well, let's say I have 100 crackers, but I have 600, 700 kiddos. Oh my gosh. I did get asked one time by the principal, Fuentes, this is a never-ending problem. Are you sure you want to continue? Well, yeah. Somebody has to do it. He's like, you know that you're not going to fix it. No, but we can start somewhere.